Guys, we're going to be doing a brand new, another Minecraft Bedrock featured server review. Today we're doing mineplex. I'm really excited for today's one. I was actually a bit of a favourite of mineplex. It's going to give me a bit of nostalgia. Used to love turf wars, used to love all that stuff. I'm quite excited for today's review. We're going to go over the history of Minecraft first, just so we can update you guys on what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing every single game mode. That's right, every game mode, reviewing each one separately. If you guys would like to see the individual footage of each game mode, then tell me and I'll play them all live on the second channel. That's right. Okay, let's get into the history of Mineplex. They describe themselves as Mineplex. Features fun, mini games, and long-term game modes. Mineplex came out on Java in January 2013 and came out to Bedrock Edition in 2016. Now I have an entire history here, so I'm just going to read a bit of that. As of mid-2016, Mineplex had 1 million unique players monthly. At its peak, the server had around 20,000 concurrent players at almost any given time. And it also broke the Guinness World Records on January 28, 2015 for 34,434 concurrent players. The most on a Minecraft server at that time. They are officially partnered with Minecraft Bedrock, although they are just partnered with Minecraft, aka Microsoft. Okay, the first game mode we're going to be playing is skyblock. I'm so excited for this one, guys. This one looks... Aww. For those who don't know, Mineplex has not had skyblock for a long time, so it's there. But it's got 0 players at any given time and is always down for maintenance. So we're starting off with 0 out of 5 for the first game mode. Very disappointed indeed. So that's a 0 out of 5 for Sky. Okay, the next game we're going to be playing, I got quite unlucky in this game mode. So it's going to be a bit of insulting before we play it, but then we'll see what it actually is like once we get into it. Block hunt. 4 minutes in. 0 players joined. 13 minutes in. Okay, I've just completed the parkour. It's going down, guys. Still no one here. The depression is sinking in. Waiting for people to join. I'm going to stick it out as long as I can. 15 minutes in. And there's a person! Okay, so people started to join around 15 minutes in. I had to wait in the hub for that time, but initially I thought the hub was quite boring. The parkour is quite interesting. There's 2 sets of parkour you can do. Maybe I'm just going to give you a bit of advice here, Mineplex. Because you can get lobbies like that, yes, I could have backed out, but I didn't. I felt like, oh, it'd be better if I just stay and wait. So if I were you, Mineplex, and I know you're not really listening, but I don't really care, I'm going to give you advice anyway. I would put in some extra parkour and some rewards for doing stuff, maybe. Because it is quite basic, the parkour. Although, I quite like the parkour because the jumps aren't just 1, 2, 3, 4. They're some quite hard jumps, but I do think there should be another parkour that's a bit bigger. Just because I did have to wait 15 minutes, and it was a bit boring, but the parkour, I took like 3 minutes to find the parkour, or 4, and then it was quite fun after that, but still, because I was watching YouTubers also, but I'd recommend they put that in, that'd be kind of cool. Okay, so, that's when it finally started. Ran around for a bit, and what I noticed was you can't turn it into every block, which seems quite like an obvious thing. Obviously you can't just be every single block, but it's a bit annoying that you get to choose which block you want to be, but then you can't be most blocks. Now I get that if you learn it, but it's just a bit, it feels a bit disappointing when I become a pig, when I wanted to become, well, a torch is a cool play. I don't really like game modes like this because I just think they run quite slowly, quite boring. I think maybe, I don't know what they can do, maybe one that's quite a small map, do you know what I mean? So it's a really small map, so that way, I don't know, I think you just need to play those lobbies if you want to try and be good, you think I need to play in those zombies with like real sweats. I think that would be fun. But it's not that fun, to be honest. If you like hide and seek, I would recommend it. It is quite fun. Loading speeds can be quite quick as long as you... If you get in a game where you've been waiting a while, no one joins, I just back out, reload hub. /hub in the chat to do that, by the way. So, I hid as a pig. It was alright. I liked the fact that you could have a bow, actually. I actually ended up suffocating somehow, because stuff blew up when I was Seeker, and I went in and suffocated, which I actually found that quite cool. So yeah, it's quite cool. So, for this game mode, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. So that was a 2.5 out of 5 for Block Hunt. Decent game mode, but just not quite it. Also, isn't my favourite. Oh, okay, this is the game mode I really enjoy coming up next. We've got Mob Arena. You loaded it, it seems a bit boring. It seems like, oh, it's going to be quite basic. Now, it is actually really fun in my opinion. So, basically, it's an arena. Mobs spawn. You've got to fight them, you can get better things. I actually really enjoyed it. It was quite fun to grind. I think you have like a little grind. I don't know how long it goes on for. So, in theory, I don't know. I'll check now, actually, for you. If the game doesn't end within 20 minutes, then they'll force to end it. I think that's kind of annoying because it would be quite cool just to be able to play it out. But at the same time, I get where they're coming from. And I understand that they can't just play it out forever, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's quite a fun game. It's quite actually good for practice skywalls and stuff. It's really fun. I was really enjoying it. Oh, next up we have... Okay, I'm going to rate that first. Sorry, I forgot. I'm actually going to think it's better than Block Hunt, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Next up we have Master Builders. Okay, so we got Master Builders next, guys. I really enjoyed it, but I think I went a bit too big with my build. I built like a massive skyscraper for some reason, and it just didn't work. So I got 3rd place there, and it was quite fun. The game mode overall was really fun. Now, yeah, it is like a lot of basic game modes, and you could find it on a lot of other servers. But however, the rating system's cool. I like what it says in the rating system. This is actually a big bonus. I only ran into one inappropriate build, which wasn't racism, it was just inappropriate sexual, which is better as Hive, for example, just built. I couldn't record on it. If I wanted to make a video on Hives, I would have to blur everything because every single one was just horrible and all racist. So I couldn't play on those. But this one, I think it would be alright. The only bad one, it takes a minute to load, so it's not too bad, to be honest. I really enjoy the categories actually, because I got a category, build whatever, and I thought that was so cool. I think I need to play it a bit more, but from what I can tell, the categories seem amazing. Whereas on Hive, it tells you what you're building. Do you know what I mean? It also says you are building this, you are building that. But it does have some downsides. For example, the fact that there is people getting in that are annoying. There is people getting in that are doing annoying things that ruin content, to be honest. I'm also not just the biggest fan of builds, and it is, at the end of the day, on most servers, a build area. So, we're going to give it a 3 out of 5. Okay, next up, Speed Builders. Okay, so technically you can get this in, like, other things, if that makes sense. So a lot of people do give mineplex a hard time for this one, actually. They say, oh, it's rubbish, you can get it. It's basically just build. But I really enjoy it. I think it's so cool. When your heart stops, when you pray that you've got it. When you get the 100% build. It's just so much fun. I think there's only one real problem with it. And that is... people can cheat. I cheated a bit. I was looking at other people's like, ooh, all that block there. Maybe that's part of the game. If it is, that's a cool feature. If it's a bug, and they're not supposed to be able to do that, a bad feature. If it's meant to be in the game, I think it's quite cool. Because I think it's like, you can do it as quick as you can. I think if somebody gets 100%, their build should be blocked off a bit. Do you know what I mean? I don't know though. Maybe you should just be. You can't actually fly over to the base, which is very good. you can get like a little peek, which I think it adds to the game, because if you're building, you see, oh yeah, they've got it a bit like me, they've got it a bit like me. But at the same time, you don't know for 100%, but at the same time, it says in chat if they get 100%, which I think that's your only problem right there. You need to fix 100%ing. Because if you're looking at someone's build that's 100%, you can copy quite easily on some of the basic ones. I had a lot of fun though. I think there's not really much wrong with it. You can just chill. It's a lot of fun. My heart stops every time when I'm waiting. I like how it's not always really complicated builds, so you can just relax a bit. It's really fun though. I really enjoyed it. First few rounds are a bit dull because you can stay in quite easily. Really, I got a second place in my first game. I really enjoyed this game. My thing is though, it's not like any other game really, because it just isn't. And I even think it's better than Master Builders, to be honest. And I think it does have its flaws, like I said. Although, no one built anything inappropriate because it would just get knocked off, which is a really cool feature. Which does actually stop people from building stupid stuff, which is really useful. Overall, it was a really fun experience. I really enjoyed it, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Only problems with it was what I mentioned. It runs quite quickly. Sometimes maybe they need to put in like categories. Maybe you should be able to put in maybe each time it should have a different category of level. Easy, hard, extreme. Maybe you should be able to get in harder lobbies where it's really hard in like higher rank. Do you know what I mean? So if you win like every game, you start getting put in ones that are really complicated. If you lose, you start getting put in ones that aren't as complicated. That way you can have a lot of fun with it. Really good game mode in my opinion. Okay, next up we have Cake Wars. Now I know a lot of people say it is basic, and it is. It's just a basic Bed Wars. It's quite fun though. I like the way the buying system works. Has some cool abilities in it, so it does have a lot different with it. This is the thing with a lot of people. They just go, Bed Wars at the end of the day, because it is what it's like. But there's so many different things you could do, which I really enjoy personally. I think it's a really good game mode. I like all the differences you can make. I like the fact you eat the cake, which is quite cool. There's so many things you could do. Only quarry is sometimes you get put in a duo game when you select solo. So for that, it's not going to be able to. It's obviously not going to get a 5 out of 5. It was a really fun game, but I'm going to have to mark it down because it isn't that original. It's really fun though. I had a lot of fun in it. I think it does have a lot of abilities that people aren't actually talking about. I think it has a lot of extra things. It's really fun. So for Cake Wars, we're going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Just because it had some of the fatal flaws that in my opinion really lowered it down, as well as originality wasn't there. Sky Wars. Okay, the Sky Wars is really just... Yeah. It was quite fun, I guess. I did enjoy it because I enjoy Sky Wars. If you want a more basic Sky Wars, if you want to be good at Sky Wars on all servers, this is a good one to play in. Or, say if you're... say if you're in a sweat at a different time. But yeah, maybe if you want on a different type of basic Sky Wars you want to practice, go in here. Or if you want to do aim practice, you could probably go in here for aim practice for Hive. I'm going to mark it down for originality. It's like on most Hive Wars. It's not really got much in the art set from the abilities. It's a fun Sky Wars, like it's spawn with armor, there's no kits and everything. It's quite cool. We're going to give it, and this is a low score, just because of originality. And I think there are some problems with it. So I'm just going to give it a 2. Now it's not a bad game mode, I'm not saying that. It is a great game mode, but I'm marking it down for originality, and it does have some problems. Next up, we have Survival. Okay, so I'm going to speak about Survival, even though I didn't play it much, because I know what it is. I did play a bit, obviously, just double check. It's quite cool. But yeah, I'm terrible at YouTube, aren't I? don't know why anyone here subscribes, even though no one does, because no one ever listens to my content, because it is terrible. Survival's quite cool, I guess. It's basically like a bedrock realm, really. It's so cool, you can play so many different things. Griefing works both ways, so you can't grief. So if you're looking for a server where you can play with other people, grind, make awesome bases, show off your base, and then show it to other people, this is the server for you. However, if you want to join a server, Anarchy Grief, this is not the server for you. Do not join it if you're looking to grief, because it won't let you. You can't grief in other people's bases, you can't even open the chests. I tried. I didn't try and grief, but I tried to look in people's chests, see what they have. I wasn't going to steal. Wasn't going to steal, because it was on video. I wasn't going to, because it was on camera. But I was just trying to have a look, and it didn't even let you do that. It's kind of cool, I guess. Bit annoying that you can't grief, because that could add a cool aspect. And for that reason, it isn't for me. But if I was looking to start Survival World, maybe I would start on there. Although, personally, I just don't like the idea of playing on there. It just doesn't seem that fun. I guess it just doesn't. I don't know what it is about. It's a great idea. It just doesn't. I like realms usually as well, so I don't know why I don't like this one specifically. But it was very original, very cool. I really liked it. I think it was a great thing. Personally, just because I don't like it, I'll mark it down a bit, and it does have some problems. Maybe you can look in chests and just not be able to steal stuff. That'd be a cool feature, I don't know. I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5. Next up is one of my favourite game modes, and it's so original. It's just amazing. I don't know why people don't talk about this more. It's so... Oh, it's awesome. It's creative housing. Okay, don't click off, don't click off, don't click off. It's actually better than it seems. So you get given a plot, and you can build whatever you want there. No, you actually get given a category as well. House, parkour, loads of other stuff. And then guess what the best part is? No one can grief it. You have as many options as you want, you can build what you want. And you can share your build with others. That's right, you can share your build with others. I think it's so cool. I think if you're a big builder and you want to get your name out there a bit, you could hop on the mineplex community, build for a bit, maybe just put on some cooler builds there. And you can actually save builds, so you can keep on going like back to them, keep them safe, then make them public. You can check out others' builds. I think it's a really, really cool and original idea. It's not perfect though. Of course it isn't. In my opinion, the perfect thing would give you world edit, would give you all of these like abilities to make better things. It's not, I don't know really, it's just not perfect. I think it does need a better ability to be able to look at things, bigger plot maybe, and I also think you should be able to have world edit and things like that so you can build awesome mountains. Apart from that, it's an amazing game mode. I really loved the idea of it. Personally, I don't like playing on it just because I'm not that good at building, so I don't have much to show off. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5. Not quite perfect. No game mode is going to be perfect. One might be one day. One day. But this wasn't perfect. It was quite good. I really enjoyed it. Next up, we have the classics. It has 4 different game modes. They're all quite fun, but I'm not going to lie to you. I've not played it yet, because I played one game of Turf War, which I used to love. I got so excited. I built myself a little base, and I got so mad. Some guy came across, slashing my base while I was trying to shoot, and just basically ruined my entire game. Play the clip, it's so annoying. Honestly, it made me so mad, I really got raged, but, you know, it's okay. So, I'm going to play it right now, then I'm going to live react. Okay. Looking at the game, it says Turf Wars, Micro Battle, Dragons, or Bond Lobbers. I'm going to skip Turf Wars out just because I'm going to review it for you guys now. Turf Wars, it's great, it's a cool game mode, it's got loads of things you can do. Personally, I don't like it as much anymore though. I think it's been ruined a bit. I think it's not as fun as I remembered it, but it is a pretty cool game mode. if I was rating it, I'm going to rate them all together, but if I was rating it, it would be a 3 out of 5. 5 out of 5 according to my nostalgia, but my nostalgia was wrong. I've decided to go for micro battles. I'll tell you how it is once we're in. Initial reaction. Looks pretty cool, I guess. I can't really tell exactly what it is yet, although I think I remember playing it. Oh, you can break stuff. Oh, okay. I'll update you guys more once it's more. I died straight away. That was hilarious. But I'm going to spectate real quick just to show you guys. It's really cool. I really like this kind of game mode. Okay, so you're on your castle. Everyone has their own 4 castles, and you fight each other for it. Now, the objective of the game is just to kill everyone on the other team. I think it's such a cool little game mode. You can play this as much as you want, to be honest. I don't think you could get really bored of it. Great game mode. If I was racing it, 4 out of 5. Okay, we're going to get into the next game mode now. That's a really cool game mode. Show some photos or videos of the best plays on that now. Okay, so I've decided to play Dragons to the next game mode. I'll tell you how it all is when I get into it. Initial reaction looking quite cool so far. Yeah, I think I know what game mode this is, so I think the objective Ender Dragons will come and you've got to jump over them. I'll tell you how it is. Oh, Ender Dragon is on its way apparently. Told you. Oh my god, this is so cool. I'm trying to get them with you. There they are. Oh, no. It didn't work. Oh no. No. Okay guys, so this didn't know what happened there. My leap wasn't charged. Looks like quite a fun little minigame. Just to me looks like a classic. It does just look like a fun game you'd play for chilled out game experience. All of these games look really fun actually. I think there needs to be a randomised version so you can just random. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that one. It's really cool. Show some cinematics. Next up is Bomb Lobbers. Let's see what this one's about. Initial reaction, I can't really tell what it is. It's got Leap again. And Blue Team. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so you throw bombs at each other, but you actually can fall into the holes. Ow. Jeez, this is so cool. I wonder if there's like a glitch where you can leap to the other islands. I just triple bombed one of their things. This is so cool. Go take out that bloody thing. Oh, this is amazing. I also like the fact. Oh! Okay, that was really cool. Okay, yeah, I died straight away. But that was one of the best. So, I'm going to rate Mixed Classics. I don't know if they call it Mixed Arcade, then this isn't Hive. Yeah. 3.4 out of 10. Out of 5. Yeah, 3.4 out of 5. It was quite good, I guess. Wasn't the best game mode out there, if I'm being honest. But I guess if you want to sit back and chillax, relax, drink Pepsi Max and listen to my video, that would be cool to play on. Only thing it needs is, well, it's just basic game mode. It's quite fun, I guess. It's a cool little feature. Obviously, isn't a main thing. Nothing wrong with it at all. Nothing extremely good about it either, though, obviously. But what I am going to say about it is, I think it needs to have a randomised option, because it would be much cooler if you could just random play. Because right now you can't, you have to select, which is a bit boring. It'd be cooler to randomise play. And then just sit back, I guess, if you want to like relax and play a game. I recommend going on mineplex, classics, hope for randomised to come out. Listen to my amazing crisp audio while drinking your Pepsi Max. Alright guys, that was the video from me. I think mineplex gets some bad opinions, to be honest. Out of most people, I think it gets bad opinions. I'm going to add up all the score, then tell you what it is, then outro.
You aren't talking about submitting the paper specifically?
Okay, so guys, we got 29.6 out of 50 points for today's altogether. Minepixel's quite good actually. I don't think it's as bad as people give it, but I also don't think it's as good as it used to be. It is not 2016. It is not the pride of Minecraft Bedrock. It is not the greatest thing in Minecraft. but it's not as bad as people say it is. Obviously, it's not as bad as Pixel Paradise. Shivers go down my spine when I say the name. Obviously, it's not as bad as that, but it's also not as good as Hive or Cubecraft. Should I make reviews on them? I will, because I'm making reviews on every server until I can find the definite, the extreme, greatest bedrock featured server in history. Okay guys, that was my video. I really hope you enjoyed today. I put in a lot of effort. I really tried. Yes, some of my opinions were wrong probably, but they were my opinions at the end of the day. I wasn't doing them to please others or to please you. I was doing them because that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I felt like doing. Okay. Like and subscribe. I really enjoyed that video. If you guys enjoyed, comment. If you're still watching, please comment. Comment. That's it. Just comment the word comment. So I know you're still watching. Please, guys. I really comment what you also think of mineplex in the comment section. Tell me what you think. I'll put all races in the description. Like and subscribe. I really hope you enjoy this one. See you next week. Get a Pepsi Max. Sit back, relax, and play some classics tonight. But don't get trolled by some jerk on turf.